Hey, what's up, folks? Thanks for coming back over to the DFS 5-pack. We have done DraftKings, both baseball and basketball. Got an early start today, feeling real good about this Friday. Let's shimmy on over to Overlay and break down both the NBA and the MLB schedule for the day. I'm still a little salty. I really liked the 5-pick shootout for NBA yesterday. I entered it, felt really good about it, but my boy Ja Morant could not make a high percentage of shots, and you get disincentivized for missing shots. Meanwhile, Nikola Vucevic and I picked Morant, lost by a couple of points, while Vuce decided to shoot three-pointers yesterday like he is the second coming of Steph Curry.
Of course, that's how it always happens, right?
That's sports for you, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Melo, who I almost never use on anything, was just terrible. He could not make a shot to save his life yesterday. So it is what it is. That's basketball for you, boys and girls.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I feel like we talked about the Kawhi Leonard and James Harden plays a lot of detail in the NBA members only video for DraftKings. I mean, gun to head, just give me James Harden. I will almost always pick him against anybody unless he's up against like Luka or Giannis. I don't want to go out of my way for this one because with studs like this, but if I had to pick one, I'd go with James Harden.
Same.
Okay. Paul George versus Tobias Harris. Give me Tobias Harris. I like the matchup with Houston. I think he could ball in limited minutes.
Same. Tough one, though.
Yeah, it's not one I'm lining up to pick, but I'd go, yeah. All right, Shai versus Brogdon. I'm going to go ahead.
I was going to say, give me Brogdon here.
I'm with you. I reserve the right to change my mind, but I don't trust Shai to play a ton of minutes. I don't think Brogdon plays huge minutes, but he's going up against the Miami B squad. And it sounds to me like the Clippers might run a decent number of their regular guys today. Yeah, I'm with Brogdon as well.
Yep.
The next one I do like. I'll take Covington over Adams.
Same.
I don't trust Adams to play a ton of minutes at all. I also like the next one. I will pick Al Horford over Gallinari. Easy peasy. They are not giving Gallo big minutes. And then you know in your back pocket that if they don't play Horford, this one just goes off the board.
Yep. Good call, man. I'm with you.
All right. I like this next one too. Give me Zubac, who is very replicable and doesn't miss shots, which I know from yesterday very, very closely definitely hurts you. So give me Zubac.
Yeah, give me Zubac here, too. Big man. Classic big man. I'm with you.
All right. House versus Milton. I do not have a good one. I don't know about this one.
I'm going to take House, but I don't love it.
Yeah, me either. All right. Lou Lemon Pepper Williams versus Tyler Hero. Give me Hero. I like this one too.
Give me Hero.
I'm not saying I don't like Lou Williams today. I think he could be all right, but I definitely like Hero more. Okay. Marcus Morris Sr. versus Ben McLemore. Ooh, this is a tough one. No Russ Westbrook. Eric Gordon's back.
I like McLemore here.
Just so we disagree on one, I'll go with Morris, but I can say with good confidence I'm not picking this one.
I get it.
All right. Olynyk versus Baisley. Give me Baisley.
Yeah, give me Baisley here.
I don't dislike Olynyk, so I don't want to misconstrue that. We're just both Baisley guys.
Yeah, that's all it is.
All right. Reggie Jackson versus Austin Rivers. No Russ Westbrook. Give me Austin Rivers.
Yeah, easy.
All right. Duncan Robinson versus Nunn. I don't want to pick this one. But, I mean, gun to head, I'll go Nunn. I just expect him to play bigger minutes.
Same. I was going to go Nunn also, so I'll stick with it.
Okay. PJ Tucker versus Aaron Holiday. I'm calling for the Aaron Holiday bounce back in.
Yeah, this might be one of my favorite ones. Well, this is one of my favorite ones on the board. It might be my number one. Definitely Aaron Holiday here. Tucker got banged up twice in the last game, too. I don't think he's going to play massive minutes.
I feel like Tucker's a veteran presence. We know what he brings. He's good. All right. Burks versus Jeff Green. I don't like this one because it's the last game and I can't go back to readjust. Yeah, I don't like this one at all because I just don't know who's going to play for Philly.
Well, kind of based on I don't think Tucker plays huge, I'm going to go with Green here because I think he sees a lot of those minutes.
I gotcha. And then Eric Gordon versus Jermichael Green. Green's been impressive in the bubble. I think it's very smart of Houston to give Eric Gordon a good run today. I think he could be a sleeper. With Russ Westbrook out for the first round of the playoffs, they need Eric Gordon more than they've ever needed him. He needs to be a big part. He has not made it most of the time in the bubble. They need him to play bigger minutes today to be in shape.
Yeah, definitely give me Gordon here. I actually think he's a for sure sleeper on this slate.
Yeah. All right. Good. We agree on most of this today.
Yep.
Let's head on over to baseball. Check out these progressive jackpots, guys. $22 to win 4,000 if you can go 12-0. Now going 12-0 ain't easy. We're not trying to pretend like it is, but
it's doable.
It can be done. All right, Verdugo against Cole or Gardner versus whoever. Who's Boston pitching today?
The scrub.
That's fair because they only have scrubs. Brewer and Brazier. Look, I think we both would agree that Verdugo's got a nice career coming ahead of him. But at this point in their careers, these guys are, would you say, similar?
I think Gardner's better at this point.
All right. So why would you not pick Gardner versus Scrub versus Verdugo against Cole?
You wouldn't. Give me Gardner.
Give me Voit, even though I think we both agree Devers is better.
Give me Voit also. I mean, the pitching is so much yes, give me Voit.
Garrett Cole, I think we're both Max Scherzer guys. But the argument between Scherzer, Cole, and DeGrom is real. Why would you pick anybody against Garrett Cole?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I will say he gives up homers. So
sure.
I mean, that's why you would pick someone against him.
I guess. Are you going to bet on Devers hitting a homer today?
I mean, all he needs to do. I said I'd pick Voit, but it's not outside the realm to pick Devers. I mean,
I got you.
Luke
Voigt's pretty good too.
He is, but he's not as good as Devers.
No. Did you see Devers' weak base hit driving the RBI to start the game yesterday?
He also made 5 errors yesterday.
I was just watching that, and I'm like, the shifts work sometimes, but other times I feel like you're trying too hard. He had a weak ground ball to where the shortstop is supposed to be, but it ends up being a base hit. It's easy to think hindsight in baseball, but sometimes you watch those shifts sometimes I just think you're trying too hard.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it seems like you're trying too hard. Exactly. Good way to put it.
DJ LeMahieu versus Aaron Judge. I mean, this seems like a no-brainer, but LeMahieu is good.
Yeah, he's also on fire. Judge is banged up too. I'm going to take LeMahieu.
All right, I like that as an interesting pick because you think the masses that would pick this one would go Judge, right?
Probably, although I'm not basing that into my consideration.
All right, I like the LeMahieu call just because I think it's smart occasionally to pick one or two against the grain. That'd be my guess. So I'm actually with you on this one. I'll go LeMahieu. I like the floor that he offers. Judge, as great as he is at hitting home runs, LeMahieu is probably the better overall average hitter.
Exactly.
All right. Aaron Hicks versus Gleyber Torres.
The big game's coming for Torres. Give me Torres.
Check on what. I know we've been breaking Torres down the other day. Yeah, all those walks lately. I'm liking Gleyber Torres right now. I like it. I'm with it.
Sweet.
All right, Cesar Hernandez or Carlos Santana. You have to go with Santana, right, since you called him out in the DK video.
I mean, I wouldn't pick him against anyone, but against Cesar, I have to. So I'll give me Carlos.
Okay. How about your two studs then, J-Ram or Francisco?
J-Ram just looks better, man.
Gotcha. Reyes or Zimmer? Give me Reyes.
Reyes, yep.
I think the big thing for Reyes is we know that he doesn't get pinch hit for.
Truth.
And he's starting to look, I mean, I guess I haven't watched his last couple of games. Has he continued to look better and better?
They did not have a good series against the Cubs.
Okay.
No, they look good against the Cubs, so no.
Another reason that you like them as a possible stack today.
Yes, but also Tyler Naquin's back. So, he's taking at bats from Zimmer, not Reyes.
Yeah, Zimmer may not even be in the lineup.
Exactly.
All right, Nico Goodrum versus Victor Reyes. Give me Nico hits on top of the lineup. Switch hitter. Probably better, too.
I think they're both hitting 1-2, but still give me Nico.
All right, Miggy versus Scope. A couple of former All-Stars that won't be on the All-Star team this year.
Give me Scope.
Agreed. We've talked about this at nauseum lately. It just makes me sad watching Miggy and Pujols. Just so sad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kristen Stewart versus Jamer Candelario. Any thoughts on this one?
Give me the Candyman. He's been pretty good recently, actually.
I agree. Lugo versus Romine.
I got no opinion on this one. What about you?
I am with you wholeheartedly on this one. Garrett Cole versus Boston. Jacob deGrom versus Philadelphia. If you just want to take a look at these two guys, what they've been offering so far this year, if you take a look at like a DK slate, deGrom's averaging 22 and Cole's averaging 22. So similar production from a DFS standpoint this year. Give me Cole. I don't think Philly's the greatest team in the world, but I think they're better than Boston.
He's also got a blister he's dealing with. Which
Cole does?
No, DeGrom.
It's great back pocket information for you guys.
Yeah, and that's enough right there. I'm off DeGrom everywhere tonight, and there's no ad pick him over Cole.
So this is one of the things I hate. A lot of people who play DFS don't necessarily watch the sport of baseball, and I hate when I see tweets like, "He's such a little wimp. I can't believe you left the game for a blister." Have you ever tried to pitch with a blister? It's impossible.
It's literally impossible.
So, you may not seem like, in your infinite wisdom as a tough guy who, I don't know what it is you do for a living. It doesn't matter. Pitching with a blister is not a thing, and they come back very, very easily. And that is something to have in your back pocket tonight on all pay sites.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brandon Finding Nimmo versus JD Davis.
Who's pitching for Philly?
Tonight on the mound for Philly, Howard.
Give me Nimmo because he's a righty. Nimmo will be leading off. He's actually been pretty good recently.
He has been good recently. Good points lately. And JD Davis is on my bad side. So I ended up with him the other day because he just fit my salary. And I'm looking through his list of games. I'm like, man, this guy's been so consistent all year. And then I pulled him on his 1-0. So yeah, he's on my shit list.
Yeah, give me Nimmo.
All right, Conforto or Real Muto?
Oh, go ahead.
Real Muto probably. Even though we just talked about the blister, he's going against DeGrom. Give me Conforto.
Yeah, same. Although Real Muto, in my year-long fantasy baseball draft, I wanted him, but I thought he'd make it right back to me because I was only a couple picks. Ended up taking someone else, obviously, and I landed with Mitch Garver. And I really wanted Real Muto. It was one of those, right after I didn't take him, I was, disappointed in myself. And he has just been crushing it. He's having such a good year. I'll still take Conforto here, but I had to throw that out there.
All right, Bryce Harper or Pete Alonso. Harper's locked in right now, but again, Jacob deGrom. Give me Pete Alonso.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
We talked about this before. I'm not going to pick guys against elite pitchers if I don't have to.
Well, for me, it's not that. Because I'll go outside the box and pick those guys, but when the pitching matchup is such a big discrepancy, when it's DeGrom versus Sam Howard, that's when I want a guy against DeGrom.
That's a huge difference. DeGrom is arguably the best pitcher in baseball.
That's the difference. That's bigger than the difference of any hitter matchup you will see here by far.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Didi versus DeGrom or Dominic Smith versus Howard. Give me Dominic Smith.
He's also been swinging a real hot bat.
All right, Luis Guillermo or Roman Quinn.
This one won't be on the board.
That's what I was thinking at. Or Jay Bruce or Gene Segura versus Jacob deGrom.
Bruce.
Yeah, I would usually go. Yeah, give me Bruce. I feel good about him grabbing a walk or something as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, I guess Segura could run, but I feel like he's not a guy that steals many bases anymore either.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't remember off the top of my head, but he's definitely not as quick. It's weird thinking a guy like him, you remember him being a rookie.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, he's a younger player. No, he's probably 29, 30?
Yeah, exactly. I think of him as a good yeah, exactly what you just said. Yep.
30 years old. I still think of him as a younger player, but this dude is a veteran.
100% a veteran.
Man, for the rest of you guys who are in your 30s or older, like we are, to me, that was always it was one of the hallmarks of me feeling older is when I started remembering guys' rookie seasons and then watching them retire. For guys like me, like Barry Sanders, Troy Aikman. I remember them being drafted in the NFL. Mark Grace and Chris Sabo for a couple of baseball players. Like I remember their rookie years when I was a kid. And then all of a sudden they're retired. And now shit, we're 15 years past the retirement.
When I started getting like older than the athletes is when I started feeling old.
Yes. So I was watching the end of the Mavs Bucks game a couple days ago, and I was talking to a lady friend of mine who was younger than I am. And I was explaining to her who Luka Doncic was. And I'm like, this kid's been playing professional basketball since he was in diapers. And I'm like, I think he's 20 years old right now. And she's like, man, what have she's like, what have I done with my life? This kid's only 20. I'm like, well, he's legitimately half my age. It makes me feel even worse. You still got some years to come. Like, this guy's half my age and he's like out there bawling in front of men. Like, it makes you feel real old.
Yes, that does make you feel real old real quickly. No doubt about it.
Luka is such a crafty little stud. Just watching him yesterday. It's fun watching him and Booker play because they're so good at just like stopping and starting and getting guys to like run in the backside of them by like stopping in front of them. Like it's just fun watching those dudes play.
Yeah, it is. It's also fun watching Dame play now, man. He's got some handles on him.
Yes. Dame has been an absolute pleasure to watch in the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. That's Overlay for the day. Click the thumbs up button and have a great day, guys.
Thanks, guys.